Time to go look for more clues. Maybe we should write in the notes first. Mr. Leon said to investigate the school's history, but how? Where do we look? The headmaster's office? Or the library, perhaps? I already looked through the headmaster's office. Did you see anything like school records or anything? I would have thought they would be there, but I don't recall seeing any. The library it is, then. And the mystery we have left to solve is the blood-stained stranger Oko saw going into the infirmary yesterday. Exactly. What with the headmaster dying, an army of gun-toting bipeds showing up to turn us all into jerk chicken, and it all, I almost forgot about it. And the scarecrow, we still don't know where he came from. He appeared along with the dome. No doubt is connected to it, because he's a scarecrow! To scare birds! If we continue to investigate it, I'm sure his origins will become clear. And McButts' gruesome end is the best clue we have. For now, we should forget the puppet and chase after the blood-stained bird. Right. That's decided then. We'll go to the library to read up on the school's history, and we'll look for that bird. Probably doesn't matter, but what should we do first? Go to the library! Go hang out with Nageki. He's so sad. The library. I wonder if Nageki's at the gym yet. Nageki? Who? I met him in the library earlier. He stayed behind, an unusually dense individual to be sure. Library's a little ways from here. We spent some time jogging through the hallways. I've been trying to ignore it, but the dim light makes the library even creepier than the rest of the school. Getting hung up over little things in a time like this is a sign of weak nerves. Really? Well then, where are the school documents? Probably not where just anybody can look at them. Probably somewhere in the back. They're probably somewhere in the back then. How dull. Come, let us search. Right. Books, and none of them what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be in this corner, but apparently not. And here, a line of incredibly dusty That's odd. There are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing. Oh, that's weird. Did somebody misfile them? Anyway, St. Pigeonation's history. It's not back here with the large volumes, so maybe it's a smaller book? It's not here. You never left? Is that a problem? Well, not really, but I told you earlier there's an emergency going on. Can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just does not care. The records. Huh? Keep looking there, you'll never find them. So, you know where they are? Yep. Well, since he's here even now, I imagine he basically lives in here. So it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things. I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them? By request. Request? You don't know what that is. He gazes at me with eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain. You can only get them by request. They're not kept out here. Then, where are they kept? Behind the reception desk, in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead. There are a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true. Thank you, Nageki, really. Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara. Oh, sorry, I was talking to him. Talking? To the bookshelves? Surely there are better uses for your energy. No, Nageki was telling me where to find the... There's no one else here. Cease the bizarre monodrama. What is he talking about? Nageki is standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind a shelf or something. I was worried he was a figment of my imagination for a minute, but he literally just told me where to find the records. But Sakuya... Let's find out. Can I ask you something, Nageki? Yes. Are you a hallucination? If I was, then that would mean you're asking a hallucination, whether or not he's a hallucination. Yeah, that's right. It does seem a little weird. Does it matter? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. That doesn't answer anything. This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I'll remember everything soon. What about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet? Nageki, do you know something about that? Huh? He disappeared. The thing I forgot. That's exactly what the doctor said, too. Why did Nageki know about that? It wasn't just a coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all of this? I don't think I can dismiss him as just a hallucination. Request only books? This shelf? Looks like it. I see a lot of the same books as were in the headmaster's office. Chronology of St. Pigeonations. This? Let's see. 2180, founding of the school same year. Ichijo Kitsugu, inaugurated as headmaster. 2180? Much more recent than I had thought. Only 8 years. I hadn't known either. Aside from that, it's all transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here? Wait, Sakuya, look at this. 2183, medical center shut down due to fire. Medical center? Does this school have something like that? I don't think so. There was no mention of it in the student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else? Right here. Damage from the fire. The book presents us with a new mystery, as if to taunt our inability to hold all those we already have. A new sort of mystery. 2183, medical center shut down due to fire. Freshman Fujishiro Nageki died in the basement where the fire started. Didn't I just hear that name? The exact same, but that's... Nageki died 5 years ago. Then what is the Nageki I keep meeting today? He didn't deny that he was a hallucination. Sakuya couldn't see him, which means he's... a ghost. Don't say such dreadful things. It's unscientific. We're betting our lives on this search, you know. I won't have any occult rubbish brought into it. But I think he knew something. If he is the same bird, then he could be the key to solving this mystery. So you intend to rely on some invisible ghost. There are limits, Kawara. But he said he talked to me. I spent some time looking for him in the library, but couldn't find him. He's always found me, rather than the other way around. I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. The blood-stained bird. Do you have an idea? I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason... Don't I know somebody like that?
Hanshell!
Vague as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it is, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuuya was still in here. Let's go ask him again. He did say he was there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he said that he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what's said is true, then he was lying. Which would mean that the doctor was lying too. Very well. Yuuya! Salutations. How goes the investigation? Well, just who do you think I am? Yes. Unlike me, you're a very capable bird. Yuuya, we wanted to ask you something. Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away. Did you really not see anything yesterday after school? I'm not sure what you mean. I thought the doctor and I already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time. We talked to San earlier. He said he saw a blood-stained stranger go into the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that? Nope. Sorry. Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself? Yikes. No, as you can see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all. Besides, he said he saw this bird going to the infirmary, not going into the infirmary, right? Yeah, he did. Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor? Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakuya. Let's move on. Indeed. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some blood-stained stranger, then that would mean that Yuuya and the doctor are hiding something. Where do we... medical center seems like a good place to go now. Indeed, where is it? That's the problem. I'd never heard of it before either. It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect it to be that hard to find. The record book said the fire broke out in the basement, and if the building was burnt to the ground, it would have said so. It should still be here then. Assuming it wasn't demolished. Are there any unused buildings on the campus? Unused buildings? Oh yeah, that old hall. Old hall? That's what we call it. It's by the back gate, and it's not used for... What's wrong? The school hasn't even been around for 10 years. What reason does it have for having an old hall? Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange. Come, guide me there. This is it. Doesn't really look like a medical center. It's pretty much the same as the main building, yeah. Looks like the door's locked. Then we shall break it down. Starting to sound like a delinquent, Sakuya. What? What did I say? Don't worry about it. We'd probably be suspended for breaking in here, but this is an emergency. We don't have a choice. Angel! Angel! It's awfully dusty in here. Has been left unused for 5 years. It appears they didn't leave much behind. Everything's empty. I wonder if they cleared everything out when they sealed the building? This all looks pretty much the same as in the main building. Bah, did we come here for nothing? Let's look around a little more. Look, the store still has a sign on it. I guess it was the reference room. I do not relish the prospect of wandering about this mausoleum of schoolrooms, but very well. It's even dustier in here. The shelves are marked with dates. Perhaps they once held medical records. There's nothing left now, though. And Operation Hatoful. Huh? Among the rows of dates, sure enough, there's a shelf labeled Operation Hatoful. Empty as well. It would have been asking too much to hope to find anything anyway. Operation Hatoful. I wonder what it is. Who knows? Something put in place along with the human representative business, so no doubt it was nothing good. Is Operation Hatoful connected to this medical center? What if it's the source of the mystery we're tangled in now? Oh, my head hurts. The only things left are, archaic medical journals. Huh? It's the encyclopedia. An odd place to keep one. Wait, look at the volume numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. What? Does this unpleasant arrangement hold some meaning? I saw them like this in the library, too. A bunch of old encyclopedias? Yeah. Can I look at these for a bit? Do as you please. The ones in the library had the same binding. And in the place of Volume 9, there's an extra copy of Volume 6. Look, this copy of Volume 6 has a library sticker on it. Perhaps it came from the library, then. Someone must have brought it here when the medical center was still open. They probably switched it with Volume 9. An unpleasant piece of mischief, to be sure. Yeah. The other volumes all seem as they should. There probably isn't anything in the extra copy of Volume 9, but maybe we should go see if it came from here. When we get back to the main building, let's go check the library. Provided it isn't a mere waste of time. We leave the reference room and continue our investigation of the medical center. We've searched the entire first floor and have yet to find what we're after. The stairs into the basement? Apparently the fire that closed the building 5 years ago started in the basement. But we haven't found it yet. Wait a minute! Nageki said he committed suicide. But he died in a fire? I'm confused. Maybe he set it on fire. But didn't he say he killed himself in the library? Oh, God. Apparently the fire that closed the building 5 years ago started in the basement, but we haven't found it yet. The elevator doesn't have a button for it either. How do we get in? Perhaps we can't anymore. Huh? Look at that wall. The wall? It looks like a normal concrete wall to me. Don't you see it? Stupid peasant. What about it? Think back to the building's exterior and the second floor. There shouldn't be a wall here. It's small, but there's a space behind there. It must have been sealed off after the fire. Now that he mentions it, this wall is a slightly different color than the rest, which would make sense if it had been put in later. So, the stairs are beyond here. Seems likely. Isn't this a bit much for cleanup of some fire? Probably won't be able to break this down. If we can't get in there, I doubt we'll find anything more of use in here. At least we found that thing from the headmaster's documents again. Yeah, let's head back. Angel. Did you hear something? Yeah, someone else just broke in here. This could be bad. We're in a dead end with concrete all around. We need to get to somewhere with a window fast. Run! Yeah. Stop. Ah, it's here! Wait. Calm down, Kawara. It's small. So it is. Too small to be the scarecrow. Huh? Aren't you from 2-2? I am the Crimson Fallen Angel, Angel. I knew it. The manga club boy from the class next door. He's famous around the school for being a nutcase, but what is he doing in here? I think I'm going to have a headache. Textoris Melodia Funeris. Who, me? Good for you, Kawara. He came all this way to give you a title. It's not good at all. Nothing but trouble will come of it. I don't know why you came here, Angel, but it's dangerous. We're supposed to be in the gym with everybody else, so come on, let's go back. I am not allowed to rest. Not until I have fulfilled my duty. In accordance with the pact of old, I must seal you here now, Textoris Melodia Funeris, Undertaker. Undertaker? If that's it, then, so the time has come at last. I will not, I get the feeling this is supposed to be Angel. So the time has come at last. I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judica. Or no? No, this is supposed to be... I'm so confused. So the time has come at last. I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judica. Come! Angel, Crimson Fallen Angel, appeared. Angel uses Dark Void Shockwave. Ryouta takes 24 damage. Ryota's turn. Deathbringer. Since I'm the Undertaker. Ryouta uses Deathbringer. Angel takes 60 damage. Cease this jack acting, you wretched imbeciles. Sakuya attacks. Ryouta takes 260 damage. Ryouta returns to his senses. Angel takes 295 damage. Angel is shaken. What just happened? Huh? I am shocked, Kawara, to think that even you would go along with that farce. What? He disrupted my territory. I got carried away by Angel before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed. You, Luzon, what did you come here to do? After what you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect. I came here to do but one thing. I must follow the demon spores. A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about? Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese. Your dialect is somewhat opaque. I don't think it's just his dialect, Sakuya. The end is calling me, that is all. That is the cross I must bear. He stares off into space, as if gazing at something far away. Maybe that basically means that he's a thrill seeker? So, are you a moth allured by a candle's light, Luzon? No! I am stained in crimson, clad in night, unforgiven. My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory. More crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal. That blood-stained chest is just the way Bleeding Heart's plumage looks. Oh. What is it, Kawara? Blood-stained chest. Sakuya, do you think maybe the blood-stained stranger San saw was, Angel, where were you yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal and following the demon spores? Obviously. Could you rephrase that? Rufa, the Tree of Blight, called out to me. He's asking you to say it in words we understand. Hallowed Magician of White, your anger now. It is the power of the demon spores. I think it's the power of you, Angel. Bah, I must compromise. I was in the place the ignorant may refer to as the infirmary. I knew it. I think we may need to talk to you. Come. And so we left the medical center, Sakuya dragging Angel behind him. Coo! This one! This is the blood-stained stranger Okosan saw! That's that, then. We need to know what you did yesterday. Did you go to the infirmary? If I could, I would have, but only the chosen one can stop the demon spores. In other words, he didn't. Useless. The gate was sealed with the power of darkness. However, Edel Blau did venture within. Edel Blau? Who's that? Explain in terms known to sane individuals, please. The Apostle of the Blue Sky, Edel Blau. She also goes by McButt's Buttbag. Buttbag went into... What? Buttbag was in the infirmary yesterday after school. But the doctor and Yuuya said that no one came and nothing happened. They're lying. Oh, God. Shoot! Thingy popped up again! You are different from those peasants, Sakuya. You were chosen from the day you were born. You must remain conscious of this. Yes, Father. We are the chosen ones. It is our duty to guide the foolish common folk. Yes, Father. Look at them, crawling in the mud. There's no value in their lives. Were it not for our compassion, they would die as miserably as they live. Yes, Father. Their very blood is tainted. Their world is not yours. You must never speak with them again. Do you understand? Yes, Father. To Japan? Yes. You will be staying there for some time. Arrangements have already been made for your education. Remember, you must such as to bring honor to our family, Sakuya. Yes, Father. Also, Dr. Iwamine is in residence at the institution you will be attending. He is a prestigious doctor. It would not be exaggerating to say that our current glory is thanks in part to him. Do not disrespect him. Yes, Father. Oh my God, wait. Sakuya's dad is part of the Hawk Party. Oh my God. Angel saw Buttbag going into the infirmary yesterday, and then the door was locked. The doctor and Yuuya must have seen her. What happened in there? They must both be lying. Yuuya has been helping us all this time, and I don't want to suspect him, but he's clearly been hiding the truth. Could Yuuya be covering for the doctor? We don't know that for sure. The mongrel could be lying to cast doubt on Dr. Iwamine. It's not impossible, but from what we've seen so far, the most likely conclusion is that they're working together. Sakuya, you were the one who said we needed to remove our biases. We need to solve this. I am aware. I want to go confront them now, but with only Angel's testimony, our evidence is a little weak. They'll probably slip out of it again if we go now. They're both much more eloquent than I am, and they'll try to dodge the issue. Which means we need to search the infirmary. Do you intend to go in without asking? Yeah. The more stealthily we do it, the better, right? If the doctor finds out, he'll come up with some way of stopping us for sure. Understood. I will go to the lab and keep them occupied while you search the infirmary. Thank you, Sakuya.
A moment, gentlemen.
Mr. Leone.
I have something for you. Sorry for being late. I was somewhat delayed.
What are these?
The first is the massive key. It should open just about any of the simple locks in the school and is as bright and massive as its owner. The other is a stun gun. If you need to protect yourself, use it.
You will have more use for those than I, Kawara. Hold on to them. Right. Thank you, Mr. Leone. Maybe I should write in the notes before I go to the infirmary. The hour of judgment has come. You cannot use the Dark Tree's power here. Return to the void, Wallenstein.
Well, he seems quite excited. I wonder what the doctor is doing.
I'm being slandered by Mr. Higure, as you can see. Please stop breaking school property, Mr. Higure. I have returned from Judica to defeat you. As long as you live, calamitious sorcerer, the world will be wrapped in eternal despair.
When he says things with such conviction, I almost find myself believing them.
Please, that isn't funny.
Yes, come on, Higure. Let's go back to the gym, okay?
No, stop! Do not throw me out like some wretched doll. I suspect he has suffered from megalomania since birth.
Megalomania, whatever do you mean?
Delusions of grandeur. Eschewing societal standards, he lives his life in the midst of some bizarre fantasy. Perhaps it is genetic.
There would be no helping it then, would there?
He is unusually active in the destruction of his surroundings, especially given his physique. Internal prejudice is a terrible thing, I suppose. He is no doubt exerting to the limits of his capacity at all times. The most dangerous part is his ability to bring his surroundings into his fantasy, though I seem to be less affected than you. And since, although I invited him to the school, I have yet to find a use for him, the whole thing has been nothing but a waste of time.
Did you say something just now, Doctor?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Excuse me?
Oh, hello, Shirogane. What's going on? Where did Kawara go?
He's investigating another area at the moment. Only Dr. Iwamine and Nanaki here now. Isn't Sakazaki here?
I think he's walking around to calm his nerves again. He's very brave to be out and about with that scarecrow on the loose.
Not brave, just imprudent. Stupid mongrel. Stop pretending to be migratory and get back here so I can distract you. I wanted to occupy both of them if possible, but at least they don't realize that we suspect them yet. Oh man, I'm Sakuya now! I just realized. Just the doctor should be enough. Dr. Iwamine, I came here to ask your opinion of something. My opinion? I fear I will not be of much use to you there. My body has never required me to visit the infirmary. I have not had much occasion to talk to the doctor since moving here, but I can read his expression perfectly well all the same. It says, I'm not telling you anything. Where is Mr. Kawara? Did you have a falling out? He did seem to be suspecting me based on nothing but his own prejudice. Pity. I agree, sir. To doubt someone based merely on one's own preconceptions is balavernas, sir. It is nonsense. That's right. I must be perfectly logical in all things. You are renowned as one of the most intelligent birds in the world, Doctor. I do not think that you could be involved in such a grisly crime as this. It is an honor to be so praised by the heir to the Labelle family. Completely flat. Does he never speak with emotion? I hold a deep respect for you, Doctor. You might not be aware, but my father owes his life to your medicine. A few years ago, your work allowed the Labelle family to continue on to even greater glory. Is that so? I had not known. I am afraid that I know little of the fates of the drugs that I develop. The life of but one bird may not be significant to you, but we of the Labelle family will never forget. Oh, how wonderful. I take it your father is a figure of great respect. Of course. The family head must always be honored. It would seem that you hold your own biases even more dearly than Mr. Kawara holds his, almost like the foundation of your very existence. I would rather like to see the expression on your face when that foundation collapses. Locked. Has it been locked ever since the alarm this morning? The doctor went straight to the lab to begin the autopsy. I think he's been with somebody else ever since. Let's see. Maybe that massive thing Mr. Leon gave me will do the trick? Yeah! This room has always been a little creepy, but it's even worse in this dim light. I need to look for evidence that Buttbag was in here, and quickly. But where do I start? The longer I spend poking around in corners, the bigger the risk that I'll get caught. I need to remember. I've been in here a lot, every time I got sick, so where would the doctor hide something he didn't want anyone else to see? Didn't he forbid even his assistants from touching his desk? It would seem he keeps his drawers locked tight. You're up, massive thing! Inside are medical records. He's probably supposed to keep personal information locked up, though I never really thought of him as the respectful type. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4 files. The names are Kawara Ryouta, McButt's Buttbag, Fujishiro Nageki, and Shirogane Sakuya. What? I'm not surprised to see a file on me in here, but Buttbag and Sakuya never had any reason to be in here, and Fujishiro Nageki. Looking closely, Nageki's folder says St. Pigeonation's Medical Center on the side, while the others don't. And the date is from 5 years ago. Did he take this from the medical center? Well, since it's here, he must know something about the fire back then. Are the other 3 records from physical exams? They're full of strange symbols and numbers, and I'm not sure what they mean. Sakuya's had a second piece of paper in it. It looks like some sort of memo or... Ah! A sudden blinding pain in the back of my head. I can't move. I fall, unconscious. Where am I? I feel dizzy. That's right, I was looking for evidence in the infirmary. The medical records are gone. Somebody took them! I managed to get knocked out even with the stun gun Mr. Leon gave me. Darn it! I don't know who attacked me, but those records must have been important to get stolen away like that. Ah, darn it! Why did I let myself get taken from behind like that? I had our records. Even with those, it would have been hard to prove anything. Whoever attacked me must have been the criminal. They probably wouldn't leave anything, but maybe they missed a clue in here somewhere. Huh? I hadn't noticed earlier, but there's a card under the desk in a corner. I wouldn't have seen it if it weren't on the floor. This is Buttbag's student ID. There's blood on the corner. It was not dropped here by accident before she was killed. It must have happened in here. It looks like my doubts about the doctor are confirmed, but for some reason I still feel unsure. I almost feel like this is too good to be true, like I'm being led along. If the doctor were behind it all, surely he could avoid casting so much doubt on himself. Just what is he after, anyway? But I'm not worried about who is doing what and why. I'm worried about finding the one who did this to Buttbag. I need to talk with Sakuya. So, you think it would take a fair amount of time to cut a human up like this and distribute them into boxes, Doctor? Correct. Even if she were cut up last night and distributed this morning, it would involve a good deal of physical labor. Sakuya! Ah, you again. Can we go to the maintenance room? We need to talk. Very well. Mr. Shirogane. Yeah, Doctor? Just as an aside, it would be impossible for one such as myself. Even with the knowledge and tools of a physician? Even so, I'm not a particularly healthy person. Not a healthy person?
The doctor is slightly impaired down his right side, you know.
He is? I never knew. I was injured long ago. My right wing never fully recovered, though it rarely poses problems in daily life. A human corpse is heavy. It seems like a bit much to go dragging around with one wing, don't you think?
Yes, it's all true. It's even recorded in the faculty medical records.
It is. I see. Thanks, I'll remember that. I tell Sakuya about what I found in the infirmary as we head to the maintenance office. Meaning, Fujishiro Nageki's records and the doctor have something to do with the medical center. I think so, yeah. I wonder about the other records, too. Why you, me, and Buttbag all together? Could that really be a coincidence? Did you go there often after you moved here or anything? Not once. Nobility knows known illness. Yeah, never seen him sick. He always seems pretty lively. I hadn't known about the doctor's injury. It's kind of a bad thing to find out now. Bad? Because it's inconvenient to your theory? We must remain just. No harm can ever come from learning more of the truth. I guess so. Maybe it's because he's not very active, or because he never leaves the infirmary. But I guess I've never really had a chance to notice his disability. If he couldn't have done it alone, it makes it seem more likely that he was working together with Yuuya. He's working with the other teacher. Okay. Blasted mongrel. No good can ever come of his presence. He merely confuses the issue. Salutations. Were you gossiping about me? Yuuya! What a pickle. I guess I'm the topic of choice amongst the boys as well as the girls now. Not that I mind. Don't let it get to your head, mongrel. We weren't saying anything good about you. That's right, Yuuya. From your point of view, we were subjecting you to vile slander and ill gossips. You're very frank, Ryouta. Nothing wrong with that. What kind of slander? Perhaps you shouldn't say, lest my fragile heart shatter like a maiden's crystal glass dropped by an unkind lover. Should be obvious what we were talking about from our faces alone, but he's completely relaxed. I doubt his heart is made of glass, though. Used tires, maybe. Something that is completely impervious to abuse. Your unsolicited presence saves us the trouble of looking for you. We demand answers from you. You lied. You met McButts in the infirmary yesterday. Did you kill her? So you doubt me. I'd love to see your evidence. We found her ID stained with blood in the infirmary. You are duty-bound to answer. What did you see in the infirmary yesterday? And what did you do? Well, I can't tell you anything. Sorry. I can't say anything at all. Cease this foolishness. You know something, don't you? Do not attempt to dodge... No! Run, you two! Such terrible timing. No birdie likes a man who can't read the atmosphere, Mr. Scarecrow. Is this the time for jokes? Run! Go! Ryouta seems to have left us in the dust. Maybe we should hurry up a little. Well, it doesn't look like it's noticed us. I guess it's not too keen on chasing people. Your idle flirtations sicken me, filthy mongrel. Shh. Do you want it to hear us? How about this? I'll go first and lure Mr. Beanpole Man toward the cafeteria. You head for the maintenance room while it's distracted, okay? You plan to act as a decoy? Don't think this will stop me from suspecting you. I wasn't asking you to. I've been your ally until now, so why stop now? Our ally? Anyway, run for it as soon as we're out of sight. Adieu. Caw-caw! Sakuya, you're okay. I was worried that maybe you got caught. Indeed. Isn't Yuuya with you? We never got him to answer anything. I do not know. He ran in the opposite direction. We don't have much time left. I think the only thing to do is get him to talk to us and then confront the doctor. He's been helping us this whole time, but I don't know if we can still consider him our ally. Our ally, indeed. You've always been separated, right? So you don't really know how he usually acts, or if he'd be likely to do something like this, or... How could I know? He and I live in different worlds. As my father said, I couldn't know. I'm an only child, so I don't really understand siblings, but I think I know how you feel about him, Sakuya. Do not make me repeat myself. He and I have no connection. But I want to believe that he is not my enemy. Looks like Sakuya isn't entirely sure what to think. The prime suspects are the doctor, who aided his family, and his own half-brother. If I were given the same situation, I wouldn't be as calm as he is. We should write in the notes and then go talk to the doctor. Go find out exactly what happened in the infirmary. We figured out a lot of things, but there's still a lot that remains a mystery. It's 6 p.m. We don't have much time. Can we solve this and get out alive in only 4 hours? All right, let's go, Huh? Sakuya?
Your friend already left, young one.
Why didn't you say so earlier? He's planning to confront the doctor alone. Father is of the pure bloodline, and so his life is of the utmost value. By extension, the doctor who saved his life must also be valuable. I must not disrespect him, because that is what father told me. My brother, born of a low father, is a worthless being. Though he looks noble, his veins flow with filthy, impure blood. I must not associate with those of low birth, because that is what father told me. But I am no longer sure. What is blood? Why does it divide us so?
Oh, hello again, Shirogane.
Where is the doctor?
He said he was going back to the infirmary. Maybe he forgot something there.
Thank you.
You're going after him? Don't you want any tea? Well, be careful. He looked rather troubled. I hope he's all right.
Doctor! Mr. Shirogane, you look quite fatigued. Would you care to rest for a little while? You are wrong, are you not, sir? Whatever could you mean? I wish to learn the truth. What did you and Sakazaki do? Which of you decided to kill McButts? That's not something to say without proof, Mr. Shirogane. But then, we have but little time left. Perhaps I shall explain things to you. I did not kill Miss McButts. This is the truth. Of course. How could I let myself be swayed by idle rumors? The doctor could not possibly carrying out such an atrocity. Mr. Sakazaki did not kill her either, which raises the question, who did? Sakazaki admitted that he was involved in the crime. He cannot possibly be... I merely said that he did not kill her. I did not say he wasn't involved. Of course, the same applies to myself. The two of you did not kill her, but were involved? But then, who did kill her? Oh dear me, this won't do. Talking to you makes me feel like I'm about to fall asleep. I suppose these are the limits of a mere mongrel. What did he just say? Doctor, Could you be quiet for a minute, Mr. Shirogane? You bore me. You filthy, low-born mongrel. What are you saying, sir? I am not like You did well. Thanks to you, Mr. Kawara has found almost everything he needs. Just one more push, and he'll be done. Thank you, Mr. Shirogane. A glint of white steel. His left wing slowly traces an arc through the air. I'm dying. I'm dying. What did he say? Why was I left behind? I can't think. Sakazaki! Stop that, Issa. Told you not to touch my brother. Suddenly, Sakazaki Yuuya blocks out the sun. Blood is spreading across the floor. And I am unhurt? Who's... your wing! Such beautiful brotherly love, Mr. Sakazaki. You were the real hero all along, of course. I only promised that I wouldn't tell other people, not that I wouldn't tell him myself, or that I wouldn't kill him. And after all that work to steal the records from Mr. Kawara, too. Yeah, you've always been like this, a coward and a villain to the core. Oh, such flattery. What are you doing, Doctor? Why? Why are you doing this? I told you, remember? You bore me. Now that you have helped Mr. Kawara as much as you can, I have no more use for you. Why should I put up with your babbling now that I'm done with you? Don't understand, sir. What did you and Sakazaki... This is exactly what I'm talking about. I have no responsibility to explain to you. Goodbye, Mr. Shirogane. No, don't move, Sakuya. Sakuya! Oh, Mr. Kawara. We were just discussing you. Yuuya standing over Sakuya, blood running down his body. The doctor standing next to them. There's no question about what's happened. Doctor! It was you all along! Was it? I wonder about that. Pull yourself together, Sakazaki! Say something! Don't worry, he won't die just yet. I'm sure you'll enjoy a confession or two, so ask him all you want. Wait, Doctor! No! The Scarecrow! There you are, Labor 9. I was waiting for you. Come, let us go. Labor 9? Is that the Scarecrow's name? So, he was working under the doctor the whole time. Just a little more, Mr. Kawara. Do you think you'll remember soon? Stop running away! You killed Buttbag! I'll never forgive you! I'm glad you're so lively. That's good. I shall be waiting for you, deep beneath the surface. Chase me, Mr. Kawada. I reach out. I can't reach. The doctor and the scarecrow are gone. Don't go chasing after the beanpole man on your own, Ryouta. A good man keeps his cool, even in times like this. Don't speak! You're still bleeding! Don't worry. Who the hell do you think I am? I'll be fine. I know my limits better than anyone else. I won't die to a little scalpel. Getting whacked with a cleaver would have been bad, but... There are plenty of bandages here. Sakuya, wait here. I'll go get Mr. Leone. Wait, Ryouta. I have things to tell you. Can you wait long enough to hear my confession? Like the doctor said, there's no time to waste, so let me tell you everything I can. This might be our last chance. It's too late, Sakazaki. If you were involved, why didn't you tell us before? We had a deal. Of course, he broke it without a second thought. The doctor and I did not kill her. That is the truth. But then why did he... She died in this room after school yesterday. That is also the truth. Then there was someone else. Yes, right as always, Sakuya. And that third person killed Buttbag. Who was it? I'm sorry. I can't tell you that. I think I'll figure it out. I have to apologize to you. The doctor and I were the ones who cut her up. So you stuffed her into those boxes? It was the time. The doctor needed to be sure of when she'd be found. He decided morning would give the best time for humans to gather. I suppose he probably thought putting her in the print boxes was funny, too. The most humans. Why would... Looks like I've stayed on the fence to the very end. I didn't have to resolve to go either way. If only things had been a little different. I thought you said you'd be fine. Are you worried for me? I'm honored. Could you go outside for a bit, Ryouta? We'll go to the maintenance office afterwards. Just for a little. I want to talk to Sakuya, alone. You have a new father now, Yuuya. He has a beautiful mansion, and you'll be moving there tomorrow. But your new father says he doesn't want your brother. He says he can only feed you if you leave the egg behind. Mother is sad. He is her son, too. I will go. I will throw my brother away, Mother. Give me the egg. The new father killed my father. I know he did. He killed him so he could take Mother from him. I waited until she laid a new egg. Until she laid an egg with the new father's child inside. I had hid him away in the mansion, and I switched them. So he will raise my brother as his own son. The new father hates me, but he will love my brother. He will give him nice food, and nice clothes, and a nice bed. My brother will not know. No one will know but me. I hate the new father. I took the new egg, and I smashed it. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I've always thought that maybe I should have told you. The doctor did not lie. You're the same as me, Sakuya. We were never half-brothers. You are my real brother. Impossible! I'm the heir to the LaBelle family. Father told me so. Everyone told me so. I was raised for no other purpose. I never told anyone that I'd switched the eggs. If Father found out now, he'd throw you away. I did it for you. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did it to spite that man. I killed the child he had with Mother. That was the cross I had to bear. It was never your problem. I was happy just to see you living in luxury. You... Under what authority? None, you're right. I only ever listened to myself. But the doctor noticed. He must have realized. I guess I was doing what he said all along, since I took your lineage. The fact that I killed the LaBelle, the other father's child, will never leave me. I've never been able to forget. If you're blamed for that child's death, you have to press on. You can't let it stop you. I always worried about whether I should tell you or not, and now it's too late. So, fool, to deny me my lineage now. I'm sorry, Sakuya. I should have told you long ago. I was never as sure of myself as you. If I am not of the Labelle line, what am I? I knew you'd ask that. Straightforward, as always. Leave this place, Sakuya, and think about it long and hard. You have a lot more to worry about than just who your family is, after all. No. Wait, Sakazaki, stay with me. There's still much for you to tell me. It's been a long time since we talked this much. I talked to you every day when you were still an egg. Pull yourself together, Yuuya. You can't leave like this. You said a little scalpel like that couldn't kill you. I should apologize about that, too. Remember the headmaster? That was nerve toxin. You mean that scalpel had... Go on, Sakuya. Leave your liar brother and go. The doctor must have a way out of here. You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. Later, buddy. Yuuya! Yuuya! No, oh God. No, I need tissue. Oh God. Hold on, I need a second. Oh no. Okay. All right. Okay. Wiping my eyes and then we'll move on. I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Okay. It's 6 p.m. I haven't had much of a sense of time passing since the dome appeared, but it's already evening. The atmosphere in the maintenance office is tense. The doctor said he'd be waiting deep beneath the surface. Does this building have a basement?
Certainly not one that appears on the office plans, but maybe.
Under the medical center, but that one's blocked off with concrete.
It does not seem to me that the medical center is an entirely independent building. There may well be a path from this building into the basement there. Is there anywhere you might have missed something?
Missed something, or forgotten something. Somewhere I forgot to look. Oh. That's right. The encyclopedia from the library in the medical center. And the chronology in the medical records. I'd like to talk to Nageki again.
You thought of something?
Yeah, I need to go check. Sakuya... He hasn't spoken since what happened in the infirmary. I can't blame him. I know how he feels. It's better to leave him alone. I know. I'm worried about it too. Is that my spirit? You're fading again. Where are you? Nageki! Oh, there you are. What is it? I found out a lot about the school, and about you. I see. I suppose you know who I am, then. Sort of, but there are things I need to ask you. That's why I'm here. The fire 5 years ago and the dome today, how are they related? Nageki must know something about the secrets the school holds. You aren't really here anymore, are you? That might be so, or it might not. I saw in the school records, it says you died 5 years ago in an accident in the medical center. I had become aware of that. I stopped my own clock here. That's why I can never leave. You stopped your... In other words, at the very least, I took my life through my own will. I am almost sure of that. So you didn't die in the accident. He hangs his head in silence. Looks like he can't remember everything from before he died. I need a clue. There must be a basement under the medical center, and I need to get in there. Oh, that's right. The encyclopedia. Encyclopedia. You used to go to the medical center, right? Did you switch one of the encyclopedias from there with one here? Why would... That's what I want to know. I guess I should just tell him. Look, you know how the encyclopedias here are out of order? There are 2 copies of Volume 9 and no Volume 6. The medical center has the same encyclopedias? Yeah, there are 2 copies of 6 there and no 9. How disorderly. Yeah. Anyway, one of the copies of Volume 6 there has a library sticker on it. Someone must have taken it from here. Switch the encyclopedias. Mr. Kawara, try reading this copy of Volume 9. Looking's worth 1,000 spoken words, I guess. Huh? This isn't right. It looks just like another book when it's closed, but... It's a box? It's full of files. Some sort of documents? They're all from 5 years ago. These must have been... What does it say? That one. Let's see. Operation Hatoful. This is talking about using carrier individuals as biological weapons to fight humans? It has the same title as the file in the headmaster's office, but I never expected anything like this. Meaning, this school has been being used for biological weapons development for at least 5 years. 2180, new strains of Sumatera influenza isolated. 2183, new strain has been isolated from Fujishiro Nageki. It is lethal to humans and has been named Charon virus. It has entered research at St. Pigeonation's Medical Center. Charon virus. Humans I met would always get very sick. Are you remembering something? Yes, I think so. I think I was the one who brought that book here. The birds with me in the medical center often did secret things in the reference room. I wanted to tell someone important what was happening in the center. What was it, my family? It must have been my family. That's right, I burned. I had to disappear. Why didn't I notice? Did I need your help to see? He paces nervously in circles, rambling on to himself. If you've realized something, it would help me to know what it is. I've remembered what happened here 5 years ago. I can't remember my parents' faces. I lived in an orphanage with other birds my age since before I could remember. I never thought much of it at the time, but apparently every birdie there was a war orphan. But I did not resent the humans who had started the war. I did not care. I thought that living with other chicks and no parents was as natural as could be. One day, the endless routine was broken, and some humans broke into the orphanage. They had guns and kept shouting, "Free humanity! Free humanity!" I think that's what they said. They barricaded themselves in our house and killed us one at a time. I was helpless. I could only hide in the corner and weep as my family was killed before my eyes. I don't know how much time had gone by since they came. When I looked around the silent room, they were all collapsed on the floor. Birds had come to save us. They had come and killed the evil humans. That's what I thought, but... You have been granted a great power. You are one of the chosen few. I left the orphanage with my one remaining sibling, and we lived in an apartment. But I was weak and couldn't go to school or get a job. I was nothing but a burden. And then I received the invitation. We wish to welcome you with special treatment. How would you like to study at the world's foremost avian school? We will provide anything you need, anything at all. There's a hospital on the school grounds. We will provide a room for you to live there. You shall receive all the care you require. I was living with my brother. I did not want to leave him. But if I continued to live with him, I would only hold him down. He was happy to hear that I would have a chance to improve my physical condition. And so, I enrolled in St. Pigeonation's. I was still weak, and so I often stayed in my room. I had no friends, but I was not unhappy. The nurses and the faculty were all very kind to me. And then, early in my first summer vacation, the doctor made a proposal. This vacation is the perfect opportunity. Would you like to undergo intensive treatment? You will have to stay inside for some time, but by the end of summer,
You should be as healthy as any other bird in the school. And so I began a long summer in the underground facility. First, a routine of daily examinations and numerous medications. And then, the experiments began. The experiments to kill humans. A human would be brought to me. They would struggle and gasp, and then, with a last painful sigh, they would stop moving. I knew why I was brought here. Living in my body was a virus deadly to humans in a matter of minutes. My parents, whose faces I never knew, were killed by humans. Everyone else in the orphanage was killed by humans, and in return, I killed another human with each experiment. Simply by standing in the same room as me, by breathing the same air as me, they would collapse. I couldn't stand it. I had no reason not to hate them, but watching them die in front of me shaved away at my heart, little by little. And so I decided to end it all. I had only one wish. I wanted to disappear from this world without a trace. The Charon virus, the deadly guest that made its home in my body. That is what they called it. No doubt they were searching for a way to destroy humanity with that virus. That was Operation Hatoful? Yes, that's why I burned it all 5 years ago. There should have been nothing left, but I am not here. But maybe, just maybe, there's still something left somewhere. And I can feel him close by. My Mr. Kawara, are you going to the basement? I don't have a choice. To find a way out of here alive and to find out why they killed Buttbag, I need to ask the doctor. I see. That encyclopedia. What else is inside? Oh. A piece of paper, folded up along with the files. This is a map of the medical center? When I was there, I went in through the medical center, but I must connect to the main buildings somewhere near here. That looks like the gym, so those stairs are... I believe it is in the chemistry preparation room. The researchers often went in there. The doctor is beneath the preparation room. Thank you, Nageki. I have to go. Yes, I think you will be seeing me again, and Miss McButts as well. Does that mean he's gonna die? Oh, God. Ugh.
A staircase in the preparation room. I've never noticed one. I wonder where it could be.
If the scarecrow went down there with the doctor, it would need to be a pretty big opening. We'll have to go and look. 7 p.m. already. We only have 3 hours until we're overrun with bloodthirsty humans. We don't know for sure if there's an escape route in the basement, but it's our best bet. Maybe we should get every birdie from the gym to come with us as soon as we find the stairs.
Oh, leave that to me.
Mr. Leone.
I'll take care of the other students. Don't worry. I'm not a massive agent for nothing.
Well then, thank you, Mr. One.
You aren't going with him, sir?
I'm going to come with you, Kawara. We never know what could happen. It could be revealed that I'm a murderer. Maybe.
I'm sorry. At this point, he has to be the murderer, right? Oh, God. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I am your homeroom teacher, after all. You've done such a good job so far. I want to be there to help you if things get dangerous.
What about you, Sakuya? You two go ahead. I'll, catch up with you. Right, okay. Well, we're going to get out of here together, okay? Too much has happened today for both Sakuya and me. I don't know what's on his mind, and he doesn't seem interested in telling me, but if he wants to be alone, it's for the best. I guess it's the two of us then, Mr. Nanaki. If something bad happens, one of us can come back to warn you and the others, Mr. Leone.
Understood.
Commence Operation Breakout it is, then.
Not so fast! Angel? What does he want now? We don't have time for messing around. Textoris Melodia Funis, you travel now to the Abyss of Despair, do you not? The Abyss of Despair. I sense demon spores far greater in power than even those released by the Tree of Blight. I cannot allow you to face the dark sorcerer Wallenstein alone. The Wallenstein guy is the doctor, right? Okay, we're coming for you, Wallenstein. Oh, wait, Angel, we need to be careful, wait!
Well, he certainly is lively. Let's go.
I think this is the first time I've been in here. It's kind of bland.
Yes. Not a very friendly room, but not distasteful either.
This place is flooded with demon spores. Any good bird would normally avoid it. Can you think of anything, sir? Like a hidden door or...
Oh, I don't come here very much, so, do you feel a draft?
A draft?
There are no windows in here. It must be coming in from the basement.
Be silent, my crimson breast. We must hold it back, or the eulogy of doom will... Gate of Erebus, guide me to the abyss! Wait, calm down, Angel, you can't...
Oh, there it is. So it was behind the mirror all along.
He's a lot more clever than he acts, isn't he? Even if he does spout nonsense whenever he opens his beak. Let us proceed, Textoris Melodia Funis. The master of the abyss awaits us below. A long, dark staircase winds downwards behind the mirror. How far does it go? The basement itself should be pretty big. This is sort of like the entrance to a subway tunnel. Let's go.
Oh, very impressive.
This is a lot fancier than I expected. I never knew this huge place was underneath the school. This facility has been used for research to kill humans since the school was founded. Buttbag? None of us ever knew. We lived our carefree lives with all this going on beneath our feet.
Oh, I don't see any, Birdie. I wonder if it's closed now.
Yeah, it's clean and orderly, but I don't get the feeling that it's still in use. There was a fire somewhere down here 5 years ago, and since then the whole facility's been shut up.
I suppose they froze whatever project they were working on.
Hey, Angel, which way do you think we should go to find the doctor? That would be, my crimson breast murmurs. The midnight hunter approaches. Couldn't you have said so earlier?
Oh dear, if we don't get past him, we can't go on.
We cannot reach Wallenstein without first defeating his dark servant. This trial cannot be avoided. But all we've ever managed to do is run away from this thing. How can we...
We can't get anywhere just by running away. Do we have any sort of weapon?
A weapon? I have the stun gun Mr. Leon sent me. Will it even work on a scarecrow?
Maybe not at normal output, but it looks like a living creature, so I doubt it would be completely unaffected.
The Midnight Hunter is a hound bred from the Black Void. We must purify it with holy water.
Oh yes, that's a good idea.
What? What did he even say?
There's a fire hose on the wall there, if we time it right.
Mr. Nanaki wobbles toward the wall and pulls out the hose. Oh, of course!
Ready?
He points the hose at the scarecrow and opens the valve. Angel, sir, get back! I set the stun gun to maximum and hurl it at the scarecrow. We did it. It collapses with an unpleasant noise. Its electrified metal arm twitches for a moment, but then it's still. We did it!
Electricity is a powerful thing indeed.
The thunderous voice of doom. Judgment has come. Goodbye, Mr. Scarecrow. Onwards! So, the whole time, can I just say, this whole time, I've assumed that scarecrow could possibly somehow be me. Just like, in the back of my mind, I was like, what if That scarecrow is somehow me. Oh, God, I don't know. Okay, disgraceful. What am I doing here? A label is not allowed hesitation. No, I've not even the right to claim that restriction anymore. Yuuya. Foolish. No, not ish at all. I am a fool. I've been pampered my entire life while in my shadow he crawled along under the weight of a crime of which only he knew. I've been nothing but vain and selfish. What should I do, Yuuya?
Coo! It is Sakuya! Sakuya is here!
Leave. No one wanted you to come here.
Coo! Everyone is leaving. It is a grand, daring escape. Coo! Sakuya will find Ryouta with Okosan. Away we go.
Shut up. Don't talk to me.
Coo! Sakuya weeps.
No, I do not. It's raining.
Coo! Is Sakuya in pain? That is bad. We must do something about it. Coo! Okosan used healing touch.
Confound you. Must I repeat?
Coo! Okosan knows. Okosan heard that Yuuya has gone somewhere far, far away, and we will never see him again.
So, they told you.
Coo! Do not worry. If we cannot meet him, we need only chase after him.
Do you have any idea what you're saying? Death is not a good place to chase someone to. No doubt the older breeds have no concept of death. Chase Yuuya into the grave? What kind of fool would?
Coo! Okosan knows. The earth is a ball, so if we run far enough, we will find him.
What foolishness. Speaking with mongrels makes my head hurt. Except I'm a mongrel too. Poor mongrels who do not even notice their own error, that is.
Coo! Okosan is not a mongrel. Coo! Sakuya and Yuuya and Okosan all have their own wonderful names. Names are more important than any breed.
Is that your argument? That isn't even... You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. I am myself.
Coo! It's time to go. Okosan and friend are late. Coo! Kick reason to the curb. Time to blast out of this prison and find Yuuya.
Oko is always brimming with useless energy, as he was. Am I the same, perhaps? We'll never see him again, no matter how far we run. But if he were here now, what would he do? What would he want me to do? At any rate, mopping around here won't get us any... Moping around here won't get us anywhere, is what that sentence said. 2 more hours. I will chase after him. I will never find him, but I will find myself. Let us go, Oko. There's nothing for us here.
Coo! Sakuya is best when he acts cool. After Ryouta, full speed ahead.
The demon spores are thick in the air. I smell the stench of the sorcerer. I feel a little nervous relying on Angel's bizarre intuition alone, but it's worked so far, and we're in a hurry. Is he actually following the doctor by his scent? Or was that just an Angelism?
There's some very advanced equipment in here, and these documents look fairly new. Maybe this place is still in use.
There's a register of names left open on one desk. Maybe it's a student register? Look, your name's here too, Angel. The dark grimoire. I feel the tendrils of imminent tragedy.
They have notes on some of the students too, under Higure. He acts as a neurotransmitter when excited. He seems to produce intoxicating or hallucinogenic pheromones. Physical exertion acts as a stimulant.
Oh man, that's why he's able to, bring people into his fantasy. That's so interesting.
The pheromone causes others to temporarily lose control of themselves, but its usefulness is limited, not currently applicable to combat.
I shall not allow the sorcerer to make me his pawn. I am the Crimson Angel of Judica, destined to wander this earth alone. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he sounds and looks unexpectedly heroic.
It looks like all the students who were invited here have some sort of physical idiosyncrasy. How did you enroll, Kawara?
How? I was invited too? I don't know why.
Yours is just a bunch of numbers. I wonder if it's the explanation for something like Higure's.
No, the black miasma of the inevitable doom draws near. We are approaching the gate of the abyss. I feel its foul wind. Let's go. The doctor's waiting for us.
Could you wait a minute, Kawara?
What is it, sir? We're almost done. We need to...
I want to ask you something first, Kawara. You lied, did you not?
Huh? Lied? Me?
I don't know why you would lie about that. Or maybe you forgot, even though it was just yesterday.
Yesterday? After school? Like I said to Sakuya, I don't know anything about it. We have to ask the doctor and...
Oh, I see. Let's go on then.
Mr. Nanaki follows Angel down toward the innermost room. I've been trying to find the truth about Buttbag's death since this morning. Why would I lie? Maybe Mr. Nanaki misunderstood something? But that seems too simple. In contrast to the rooms above, this area is dark and filthy. This must be where the fire was 5 years ago. I feel like I can smell the soot just by looking at the walls here. Nageki threw himself into the sea of fire here to end the experiments. I wonder what I would have done in his place. Would I have ended it all like him, or... You're late, Mr. Kawara. I've grown tired of waiting. The Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein! Doctor. It wasn't just Buttbag. You killed the headmaster as well. If it weren't for you, the boy who went outside wouldn't have been... Why are you doing this? Must I repeat myself? I told you before. I merely disassembled Miss McButts after the fact. I did not kill her. Do you think I care? It would appear that you need some assistance. I told you before, but you should already have everything you need to answer your question. Who killed McButt's buttbag? Do not listen to the Dark Sorcerer's words, Textoris Melodia Funis. He will lay a spell on you. Perhaps the peanut gallery could keep its thoughts to itself. An iron grill drops behind me like an evil wizard's I'm cut off.
Oh dear, we appear to be shut in.
No, the dark spell. What are you doing? Nothing at all. I simply have no business with them. I was waiting for you, Mr. Kawara. Now, let us return to our conversation. Our conversation about the truth you seek. You've done unbelievably cruel things, Doctor. You were involved in the medical center here, too. Nothing you can say to me will change my mind. How pugnacious of you. But you are lacking in logic. What I may or may not have done has little to do with the truth of my words. I was employed at this facility from the beginning. No doubt you have already deduced that I was working on Operation Hatoful. Operation Hatoful? The plan to wipe out humanity with the Charon virus. Precisely. Oh, it does make me so happy when students read ahead and come prepared for the lecture. You are exemplary. The strain we isolated from the original host was extremely powerful, quite possibly the deadliest in human history. However, strains of such lethality tend to be fragile themselves. Charon virus was no exception. It cannot last very long outside of a host's body. In order to deliver it to the enemy, we would have had to send live carriers into their society, and allowed it to spread via airborne infection. This proved troublesome. Charon virus, in addition to being harmless to birds, is ill-equipped to establish itself in our bodies. Fujishiro Nageki, the original host, had a rare genetic condition which resulted in a slightly compromised immune system. In his body alone was Charon able to safely reside. Alas, he refused to cooperate. You forced him to kill human prisoners. If it weren't for your experiments, he never would have killed himself. Indeed. It had not occurred to us that the tests of the strain's effect would harm his mental health. We expected that he would be glad of the chance to avenge himself on humanity, but sadly, it was not so, and we lost our samples. The project was put on indefinite hold with his death, but thankfully we did not lose his corpse in its entirety. I preserved his remains and have kept them to this day. I have been waiting for a new carrier to arrive.
It sounds like this was a very labor-intensive project. Wasn't there a better way?
Quite right. I digress a little, but there was a reason for our methods. It did not take me long to come up with a better plan. We need only compromise a subject's immune system, creating a compatibility like Fujishiro Nageki's. Compromise the immune system, they'd die. Indeed. Even if the subject were able to become a carrier for the Sharon virus, if they died to some other infection, it would all be for naught. Which is why I was very careful with who I chose. I worked on the subject over time, slowly weakening his immune system. I suppose I should count myself lucky that I achieved my goal in only a year. You are an exemplary student, Mr. Kawara. I give you full marks. Full marks? My head hurts, almost as if some strange creature is wriggling about deep inside my brain. Are you okay, Ryouta? Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. Buttbag came to the infirmary to see me. You've come this far. I'm sure you can answer this. What was it that you forgot? Everything is hazy. I think my stomach is acting up again. I drink the medicine Dr. Iwamine gives me and lie down, but my body still feels heavy. I'm tired.
Are you okay, Ryouta?
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right.
Buttbag is reaching toward me.
Want to go home? I'll walk you.
Her hand stops. Buttbag falls to her knees, clutching her chest.
Ryouta, I can't breathe.
Oh. She can't breathe. This is bad. My mother said to get home early. Everything feels strange, almost like it's a dream. I need to go home. Goodbye, Buttbag. See you tomorrow. She fell down before my eyes, and then... The experiment was a resounding success. Miss McButts displayed the archetypal symptoms of a human infected with Sharon virus and passed away. Once the virus is inside a human body, it shuts down the respiratory system in a matter of minutes. Technically speaking, it causes an overreaction of the immune system, which leads to a widespread apoptosis in the lungs. But more simply, any human who comes into contact with you will die. You see. You're lying. Buttbag and I were together since we were children. Of course, I only administered the live virus to you yesterday. All the things I've done to you over the past year have been in preparation for it. Do you recognize this? Oh God, is it me? The scarecrow's head? Yes, alas, the body is now useless, but I shall tell you about Labor 9, the being you call the Scarecrow. It is one of the labor model new humans, developed by Dove Party researchers, but denounced as unethical. We birds have advanced quickly, but our physical capabilities are still far behind those of the human race. These new creatures were livestock, if you will, to compensate for that. The Labor series was a great step toward the beautiful ideal of coexistence with humans. With the human's head mounted inside an artificial body, they were durable and capable of difficult tasks. Of course, they never entered development, the project having been shut down early due to ethical complaints. However, I carried on the Dove Party researchers' will and created this prototype to be my sidekick. We didn't want too many other people snooping around and disrupting your investigation, so I had it patrol the building. It is me! Oh my God! Because in the ending with Shuu, he takes your head, and he's like, you'll be my companion forever! And you're like, why would you take my head? That's super freaking creepy. Oh my God. Oh my God. And now, the next question. What is inside this bag? A human's head? No. Close, but you have to be more specific. I believe we had Miss McButt's head sent to your classroom, but did you notice anything missing? Missing? When I found her in the box, I was too shocked to be looking for clues. I may well have missed something. Wait. He doesn't mean... Buttbag's brain? Correct, you do catch on quickly. Miss McButts did come to meet you quite frequently. Of course, having been placed in labor 9, she has lost much of her personality. She's alive? But her body is gone. All that's left is her brain. Can we still even call that alive? Alive or not alive? I don't know anymore. Can you save her? That is a difficult question. We tend to think of there being a definite border between life and death, but really, it's quite vague. Her personality still remained in this world up until a few minutes ago, but you gave poor Labor 9 quite a shock, shall we say. Alas, Miss McButt's brain is no doubt irreversibly damaged. The wonders of modern medicine can do nothing for her now but sigh and shake their heads. Yesterday her body, today her mind. You are a far more twisted villain than I could ever hope to be, Mr. Kawara. I killed Buttbag. It was my fault all along. Why did it have to happen this way? This was all arranged for you. I had Labor 9, Mr. Sakazaki, and the headmaster help you along in your investigation. You are but one step from the end now. You must remember one more thing. What was it that you and Miss McButts told me long ago? Come, follow me. He holds out his wing. What lies beyond here? Buttbag is gone. The one who killed her was here from the beginning. I have nothing more to lose. You are obedient, Mr. Kawara. Wait, Texturus Melodia Funis! The demon spores are the thickest that way! You will not be able to return.
Oh, that's right. The doctor is probably going to do something unspeakably horrible to you, Kawara. Come back!
I still don't know how to feel about Kazuaki either. I'm like, was he just not involved? Was he just like super awkward the whole time? Oh my god. Thank you for bringing Mr. Kawara this far, you two. And now, goodbye.
Oh dear, this looks bad. Do you suppose it's poison gas?
This presence, mystic phantom, the avatar of miasma.
You do take everything in stride, don't you, Higure?
Two humans lie in a twisted pile. They are Buttbag's parents. She said they work as mediators between birds and humans. They were trying to say something to the humans barricaded on the other side of the wall, but they received only bullets as replies. The death of her parents became a signal. The birds surrounding the little house crossed the wall as one. I can hear gunfire from inside. I can hear humans and birds screaming. We could do nothing but stand outside and watch. And then the stranger came and spoke to us. Is there anything you desire? I will grant any wish for you, so tell me. I answered, I don't want these things to happen anymore. My wish is for a world where humans and birds no longer fight. Even if I die, I want there to be peace. And Buttbag continued, I agree. I would do anything to make Ryota's wish come true. The stranger nodded. It might not be possible right now, but one day I will make it happen. When we were children, that's right, that was you. That was the other thing you had forgotten. You have remembered, I see. 8 years ago, a number of humans barricaded themselves in a building not far from where we lived. Buttbag's parents were shot by the other humans, and many birds and humans were killed in the ensuing gunfight. And I met the doctor. I asked for a world in which humans and birds no longer fight. You and Miss Buttbag both said you would be glad to die to bring it about, and so I am carrying out your wish just as you had stated it. Even symbiotic relationships are not free from strife. In order to end the wars between humans and birds forever, one race would have to be completely destroyed, you see. Why did you choose me back then? Choose you? Why did I ask you what your wish was, you mean? I assure you it was not a coincidence. I am not so bored as to wander around granting wishes willy-nilly. I, too, had made a promise to grant your wish. The preliminary test yesterday was a resounding success. We need only transfer the original lysosomes from Fujishiro Nageki to you, and everything will be in place. I have granted your wish. Though, I did make you jump through a few hoops so you would remember your wish and understand my intentions. It would be the least you could do to at least acknowledge. It would be the least you could do to at least acknowledge all I have done for you. I don't care about anything now. Butt bag is gone. My wishes destroyed everything. Nothing good has ever happened. If this is what my life is to be like, I wish I had never been born. I don't want to see anything anymore. Do not be anxious. You have no will to resist. So soon you forget it all. Good night, Mr. Kawara. Ah, my crimson breast senses, dang!
Talking like this will just make it worse, Higure. It seems to be leaking in quite slowly. I'm glad we have a little more time, but it's starting to get hard to breathe.
Wallenstein, you coward! Come out and fight!
Coo! Coo!
Hold on, just a little longer. We'll get you out of there. I'll try to open the cage. Oko, you see to the glass.
Coo! Okosan shall not fail. Oh, much better. No one can say you slack off as student president, Shirogane.
The Crimson Breast shall not forget this. Are you two alone? Where did Kawara go?
Coo!
Were you separated? Did Ryouta wander off and get lost?
No, he didn't. He got carried off by the doctor.
Carried off?
Coo! Oh no! No doubt the doctor is making him drink nasty protein supplements as we speak.
If we do not act soon, the funeral song shall herald the coming of the darkness. Why can you never speak in plain Japanese, you miserable poltroon?
He's saying that the doctor is planning to turn Kawara into a biological weapon.
What?
We can explain while we walk, assuming I don't run out of breath.
Very well, let us proceed. Kawara, are you alive? Oh god, oh god, oh god, what's happened to you, Ryouta?
Coo!
Okosan has a bad feeling about this. Ryouta is not normal. Miserable medical man, what have you done to him? Why, if it isn't the son of the noble Labelle family, what is one of your prestige doing here? Your pathetic jabs mean nothing to me. What have you done to Kawara? I've granted his wish, that is all. It's almost 10. The human forces are gathered above. Mr. Kawara must now return to the surface and begin the end of the human race. Kawara would wish for no such thing. He would never harm a human. Right, Kawara? It seems he's hesitant to agree with you. Bah. He has been swallowed by the demon spores. Our voices will no longer reach him. It's time for us to go. He has but little time left in the world and cannot afford to waste any of it. He has but little time? What does this mean? His duty is now to fly about the world spreading the seeds throughout all of humanity. It will be a feat impossible for any normal rock dove. Of course, he will be shot at as well. If he were to fall from his wounds, he would die before completing his task.
Coo! Do not fear. Okosan will stop Ryouta here and now. Coo! Oh, there he goes.
Mr. Kawara has traded his free will for normally impossible physical tenacity. He's been brainwashed? We have to stop him and bring him back to his senses before he reaches the surface. But Oko is stronger than any of us, and he was sent flying just like that. How can we keep him here?
Oh, Kawara is very strong, but lacks control right now, right? Maybe we should ask Higure. Him? He's nuts.
Ha! Black Biandana. There he goes again, spouting nonsense. Wait, Kawara, stop! Ah!
Oh dear, there goes Shirogane.
The demon Red Eye speaks. Seal the disaster with the power of the Chosen One. Yeah, take over his brain. Angel, take over his brain. He's reacting. How is that frail Luzon able to affect him? What is he doing?
Hypnotizing him. According to the documents back there, Higure has the ability to pull others into his own fantasies and break down their mental restraints. I was talking to the doctor about it earlier, too. I think it's real.
Mental restraints? Like how a desperate man can be stronger than usual? The demon Red Eye heralds the awakening. By the power of the blood-stained hand, I seal the funeral song. Okosan, attack! Okosan cannot possibly lose in a fight with Ryouta.
There we go. Perfect.
We're supposed to convince Ryouta to stop while ourselves being drawn into some bizarre fantasy? This is madness.
Don't think about the consequences, Shirogane. Just go along with it.
Prepare yourselves. We fight, brethren bound with the red lotus fetters. Ryouta, Textoris Melodia Funis appears. Angel's turn. Oh god. Pure wings awaken. Textoris Melodia Funis, now it's time to break Wallenstein's spell. Hear the call of the Red Lotus. Sans turn. 2 coups is better than 1, right?
Coup! A violent Ryouta is not a good Ryouta. Come to your senses.
Kazuaki's turn.
We're all trying our best for you, Kawara. Come back to us.
Sakuya's turn. Do you not care? Do you plan to destroy all we've gained? Stop, Kawara! This is not the path you must travel. Question mark's turn. Buttbag spirit.
Jeez, Ryouta, you're causing everybody trouble. I don't want to see you like this either. I'm the only Berserker class character the story needs. Wake up already, Ryouta!
Ryouta was defeated. Kawara, pull yourself together. Do you want this? No, I don't. Coo! Ryouta is a vegetarian and shouldn't exert himself. I don't want to make anyone sad. The remitter reactivated. Fascinating. It should not have been possible for some hours yet.
Disease is half in the mind, after all. Outlook is surprisingly important.
I suppose this means my data was insufficient. This is the end, Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein. Be judged by the Crimson Breast. Wait, Angel, it's not just his fault. Why do you protect him? He's the one who did this to you. Tell me, Doctor, why did you go so far to grant my wish? Why did I grant your wish? My reason is nothing of note. It's not worth telling. This was merely an experiment that has now come to an end. You must have had a reason. You aren't the sort to go around talking to children without some purpose. I want to know the answer to everything. The answer is nowhere near as glamorous as you are expecting, I assure you. Huh? Hey, good morning, Issa. Sorry to spring this on you, but could you take a look at these? What is it, sir? You seem excited. It's amazing, the healers we got earlier. Healers? Ah, the Hilla cells from last month. Yeah, them, from the unusually old human. Aiding science even after death. Can't we at least call the samples by their proper name? You've always been serious like that, Issa. These samples are like sweet lovebirds. Touch them with kindness and they respond beautifully. Just how many lovebirds do you have again? Perhaps you should call them pet birds instead. Maybe you're right. Anyway, look at this. We've been looking into cancer cell immortality. Indeed, these results are amazing. You're quite lucky with these things. It's all about love. Or intuition. That too. Kawara Ryuji. He's quite possibly the most gifted researcher alive. He has abilities and intuition that not even he can explain. Hey, good morning, Issa. Nice weather, huh? Makes me want to do something outside. It's already evening. I believe one normally switches to good evening around now. It's good morning whenever I get up, Issa. Get distracted by things like common sense and you'll miss the greatest discoveries of your life. Sophistry. Hey, good morning, Issa. Whoopsie, we're low on cash. Here, was this the one? I didn't ask you to pick it up for me. Here, take it. It's not like we're running out. You sound like a pushy salesman. Your right wing is injured, right? If there's anything I can help you with, just ask. I've been doing fine so far. Hey, good morning, Issa. Hey, can I say something? What is it, sir? I'm somewhat busy. You're always busy. If I waited for you to take a break, I'd die of old age before I got to say. Talking like this gets us nowhere. Guess what? I had a kid. I see. Congratulations. What? You don't have anything else to say? Not particularly. Reproduction is natural for all living creatures. Of course, were I to become a father, I would feel bad for the child, given my habit of locking myself away in the laboratory. The only bird who I ever recognized. The only one I ever recognized as worthy of my respect. Hey, good morning, Issa. I brought you something cool. What is it? A fossil. Look at it. It's huge. You act like an excited child. Hey, I like genealogy too. It tempts me with spouse breach. I will carry on your research while you are out then. Go on. Dang, you're cold. Hey, listen. Want to come with me on a business trip sometime? Field observation is fun. My next one's at the start of Well, I am interested in your work, sir. I am partway through a fascinating process at the moment. Perhaps another time. Yeah? I'll invite you next time then. I bet traveling with you would be a blast. Field observation is not exactly sightseeing. I will make sure to open time in my schedule, though. This is like the story of Shu's only friend, who just happens to be Ryota's dad. So like, oh god. His last moments were dreadfully anticlimactic. He fell ill with a disease endemic to the island. By the time we returned home, he was so emaciated one could barely recognize him. He had watched as many other birds succumb to disease, so I was sure that he would die in this examination room surrounded by his family. Issa, I always knew this was a possibility. Yes, sir. I don't regret the way I did things. No, sir. But I just remembered. I do have one regret. Yes, sir. Never done anything as a father's supposed to do. I'd promised to take time off for the first time in years. I want you to do me a favor, Issa. If you ever run into my son, can you do something for him in my stead? A rather vague request. He's too nice. He'd never ask for something, even if he wanted it. I suspect he inherited that trait from his father. Anyway, if you ever happen to meet him, you don't have to go out of your way to find him or anything. Very well. I shall remember. What is his name? Ryouta. It's Kawara Ryouta. You vanished from my life before I ever told you my feelings, and I've chased your shadow since then. Is this what they mean by quitting while you're ahead, or was it just cowardice? No matter how I study life, its past, its future, I will never be able to surpass you, and that was my only goal. Kawara Ryouta, the son of Dr. Kawara, carrying half his genetic material and otherwise unrelated. But this boy, he may be the only way for me to catch your shadow now. Oh, gosh. So much has happened! When your father died, my world was altered. One might say that his influence over me grew after death, both for good and for ill. Kawara Ryuji. All I can recall of him now is his voice and the color of his wings. He rarely returned home, always leaving Mother and me alone. You did this to carry out my father's will? You misunderstand. This was not just a parting kindness between colleagues. I doubt that there is anyone in the world with a stronger sense of duty than mine. This was his final challenge to me, and you see the result. But your refusal is hardly rational. I was trying only to grant your wish, and had you but accepted, it would be so. Are you dissatisfied with something? A world without strife where no one would have loved one stolen from them? That is the world I wish for. I never asked for a world where the human race is killed. A pity that you did not say so 8 years ago. What absurd contract was this? There is no power in prayer. I should never have met you. Doctor, my wish ends today. Father is no longer in this world. There's no reason for you to chase after his final will anymore. Does this mean you are sympathizing with me? Oh, how I have fallen. I can feel his pitying gaze even now. Very well, the contract ends today, and I must admit defeat. It's not over yet. We must open the gates of Tartarus in the depths of the abyss. We only have about 10 minutes until the humans come in from above.
Oh, I see you're all still alive, gentlemen.
Mr. Leone! Wait.
I'll bring with me all those who had taken refuge in the gym.
Whoa, it's like something out of a science fiction movie. I bet it was built by MIBs. Rad.
Well, I guess nobody's panicking anyway.
Mr. Shirogane, I will recover Sakazaki's body before I leave. Have no fear.
I am grateful to you.
The exit is no doubt activated by the vital signals of the researchers who work here.
Correct. Do not fear, I shall lead you to it.
Cuckoo! The doctor is even creepier when he's being cooperative.
I do not base my actions on foolish pride or emotion. I carried out an experiment, and I have now obtained the result. I have nothing more to gain or lose here. Can we be clear right now? Like, Shuu is obviously the bad guy. Like, Shuu did all of this. He, like, legitimately was the murderer, just, like, through lots of different back channels. Oh my gosh. Oh. Is that everyone? Thank God. Shall we go, Kawara? Can you stand? Yeah, but we need to bring McButts with us.
I think everyone else has gone outside.
Doctor, I shall not forget what has taken place here. Once we are outside, I shall see that you face judgment. Your words are haughty and immature, as always. Do as you please, if you can. I will indeed. Remember my face, villain. Well, who knows? I find you uninteresting, so I may well forget. I must think carefully about my plans once I'm outside. I still have much research to... What happened? Doctor? A gunshot echoes through the room. The doctor collapses. Madness! There should still be time before the humans... Mr. Nanaki? A pistol is in his hand. He wobbles over to the doctor with the same unsteady, careless gait as always. And...
This is the end of your research.
Nanaki, what? Stop! The doctor should have a fair trial once we...
A fair trial? What do you think, Doctor?
Well... I am impressed at your acuity in attacking my uninjured left side.
But of course, thank you. Tell me, Dr. Iwabi... no, Issa. I need to bring him back with me. That's why I've done all this. Tell me, where is Nageki?
Nanaki points his gun at the immobilized doctor. He looks quite prepared to shoot the partridge dead at any moment. Oh, is that it? I had quite forgotten. Mr. Fujishiro's brother. He was a quail. What? Is this New Bird? This must be New Bird, right? Nageki, are you by yourself here again? You should play in the park with everyone else. I'm fine. I would just get tired. Isn't talking to me a waste of time, Hitori? You've been busy recently, have you not? I know we're short on money. That's not something you need to worry about. We're adults, all working hard to make sure you don't have to worry. You're a child too, Hitori. You're only 5 years older than me, after all. You don't think I should be working? No, that's not what I meant. I can't do anything. I at least want to stay out of your way. It's not about whether you're doing anything or not. You're part of the family, and we need you. That doesn't help. With my body like this, I can't work or go to school. That's just how it is. You're thinking too hard, Nageki. Let's go pick some millet in the yard. It's almost dinner time. A full stomach scares the bad things away, right? September 2nd, 2180. Hatoful House, where the rest of the war orphans and I lived together. I was always a little better at studying than the others, so I teach at the local school to help make ends meet. Going to work and coming home, every Friday we all gather together and have supper. There are children who go to school, there are those who work, like me, and children like Nageki, who stay home. Our family is a patchwork of ages and lives, but we always eat together on this day. What should we have? We might have enough left over, or we could pool our money and buy something. I had more work than usual last month, so I got paid a little more than usual. I'll get something nice. I'll head home and see what everyone wants first. But this day was different. Our home was surrounded by security vehicles. It's an attack by the Human Liberation Front. We can't let anybody in. We sent 2 human negotiators, but they were shot. We're going to storm the place. Get back, it's dangerous. Hey you, are you listening? I remember angry shouts coming from every direction, but I couldn't tell what they were saying. The only things I could focus on were the gunshots from inside. Today was supposed to be our day. No one has ever been missing on a Friday before. No one can disappear today. We have to be together today, no matter what. When I went in, the gunshots had stopped. All that was left were corpses and ruin and... Ah! Everyone is covered in blood, immobile. The humans, the security forces, and my family. What did we do? We had nothing. Our parents and our homes had already been stolen by the humans. All we had left were each other. Why do they have to keep stealing from us? Why? Why? Hitori, you were outside. Good. Nageki, you're alive. Everyone else? I see. Nageki was hiding in the innermost room. He must have heard everything from inside his hiding place. Human corpses are scattered throughout the room. Nageki, were you afraid? I'm sorry. It wasn't your fault, Hitori. I wasn't here when you needed me. Don't apologize, Hitori. I don't know how I could live if you were gone too. When I found him then I didn't notice, but none of the human corpses in that room had been shot. I think this is supposed to be Kazuaki. But I'm like hesitant to... Okay, no, I think it is.
This will be our room from now on. The house is too big for just the 2 of us.
Right.
It's a little lonely.
Yeah. Hitori, what should I do? Isn't there anything I can do to help?
You just have to be happy and well. Don't push yourself. We'll find something for you to do, okay?
I noticed almost as soon as we'd moved out of Hatoful House. He was never very healthy to begin with, but he was getting worse and worse. What would start out as a slight cold would turn into a high fever and go on for days. It was painful to watch. Was it really just his weak body? I couldn't do anything.
Should we get a doctor, Nageki?
I'm fine.
Nageki, wait. You still have a fever. Don't worry about the dishes. I'll take care of them.
I told you I'm fine.
Don't... If you just say how you feel outright, I'll feel better too, Nageki, okay?
But...
How about this? From now on, I'm fine isn't allowed.
What do you...
Whenever you say you're fine, you never are.
Okay.
Go to bed for now, okay? Tomorrow, I'm taking you to a doctor.
This is highly unusual. Nageki has a genetic condition which impairs his immune system. Impairs his immune system? All living creatures inherit defense systems against viruses and the like from their parents, and we call them the immune system. But Nageki's is abnormally weak, and that's why he gets sick easily? Indeed. He can become infected with diseases that bodies such as yours or mine would fight off easily. It's probably best if he avoids going outside, as that could bring him into contact with more dangerous viruses. He could become seriously ill with little or no warning. Please, can you cure him? I'll find whatever money it takes. He's the only family I have left. I understand how you feel, but as I said, his condition is hereditary. I've never seen anything like it. I'm sorry, but I can't help him. We went to many hospitals. I talked to many doctors. They all said the same thing. I can't help him. Someone, please save Nageki. Anyone. I'll do anything. We had been all alone, but we found a home together, and it was taken from us. And now this. Someone, please help us. Soon after the start of 2183, a letter arrived. It was from a researcher at the St. Pigeonations Medical Institute, a Mr. Isasoma. I have received a report about a boy named Fujishiro Nageki from a doctor at a certain hospital. I believe I know what his condition is. It is extremely rare, so my fellow researchers and I would be grateful for a chance to assist in curing it. We hereby invite him to come study at St. Pigeonations. We believe that solving the riddle of his sickness will bring great advances to all of bird science. The medical center will pay for his tuition. St. Pigeonations is a school of great prestige. Our curricula and facilities are among the best in the world. The medical center is located on the school grounds. We propose that he live in the center, out of concern for his delicate health, and he will have access to professional medical expertise at any time he should need it. Please consult with the rest of your family, and if you are interested, contact me at the following address. I will be waiting. Isasoma.
This is amazing, Nageki. I'm glad we went to so many hospitals. I never expected an invitation like this.
I don't want to go. I want to stay with you, Hitori.
But you'll be able to go to school. I can only teach you what I know, and there's a lot that I don't know. And you'll be able to make friends. The doctors there will help with your illness so you won't have to be sick.
Do you not want me here, Hitori?
Of course I do, but I'm worried. If you were to get really sick, I wouldn't be able to do anything. I think it would be better for you to stay with the doctors. I'll be lonely by myself, but I could wait until you're better. Become strong, Nageki, and then come back here. I'll wait for you however long it takes.
Okay. And so Nageki enrolled in St. Pigeonations. There had been a lot of us at Hatoful House, and after that, I was with Nageki. I was lonely living by myself for the first time, but I was more worried about Nageki. I hope he makes good friends, but he's never been very sociable. At least he will have an easier life there than here, and most importantly, they'll be looking for a cure. The summer of that year, he sent a lot of letters home. I'm going to be undergoing intensive treatment over the summer. I wanted to come home, but they said this would be better for me. How are you? I'll write again soon. I asked Dr. Issa about a meeting, but he said no. I'm not the only one here with an unusual illness, and they have to be very careful about who comes in. Summer's half over now. Is it hot out? The basement of the center is always the same light, the same temperature. I miss you, Hitori. I'm fine. I'm fine, Hitori. Don't worry about me. I was worried. Nageki hadn't told me he was fine since he promised not to 3 years ago. What are they doing to him? Are they doing something bad to him? I tried calling Dr. Issa, but he always replied with progress is good, everything is fine. If everything is fine, why won't they let me talk to him? I snuck into the medical center. I need to know if he's really all right. He said that he was undergoing intensive care in the basement. That must be where he is. How do I get there? I need to get to the entrance to the basement. That was when I heard the alarm. I could hear urgent footsteps and the sound of wings. This building has all the most advanced equipment. They must have noticed me. But I was greeted at the corner not by guards, but by panicked researchers. All shouting the same thing, all heading for the exit. Fire. Fire. What? A fire. Subject 00 set a fire. Call the fire department. Black smoke rolls toward me from the inner corridors. Nageki. Where is Nageki?
Nageki, say something, please! Where are you?
It's happening again. Nageki needs me and I'm not there. I always leave him alone when he's in pain. The smoke is clogging my lungs with its foul stench, but I run onwards anyway. Nageki is there, in a room filled with fire.
Nageki, it's me, Hitori, I'm here to save you!
Hitori,
What happened? What did they do to you? Come on, we have to get out of here!
I'm sorry. His face is clouded. He shuts the door, and I hear the lock click shut.
Open the door, Nageki!
Hitori, I can't go outside anymore. I can't live anymore.
What did they do to you? I'm a fool. All this time I thought you were getting better, thought you would come home cured. I should be the one apologizing. Nageki, please, come home with me, to our home.
Listen, Hitori, I recorded everything that happened here and hid it in the library. It's wrong. This is the only way to stop them.
What are you talking about? We can talk later. I can't let you die.
Can you do me a favor, Hitori?
Anything, please.
Please, make sure there's nothing left of my body. And Uzune Hitori. I had heard that he died after the fire, but it would seem that our investigation was lacking. It is hardly easy to change your name and face.
Nageki, he's calling. He's calling me, you know. Issa, I came here to greet Nageki. Where is he?
I see you're losing hold of your sanity.
I'm serious. I've been waiting for this from the beginning. He told me what you were doing to him here, but then you closed the facility. I've been waiting for this, Issa. Waiting for you to open the place again. Ever since I joined the faculty. He's still here, isn't he? Nageki.
There were indeed some pieces of him left after the fire. They would have degraded in mere hours had I left them. If it pleases you to call those bits of meat Fujishiro Nageki, I will not attempt to stop you. But those pieces have already been transferred to Mr. Kawara's body.
You won't die just yet, Issa, don't worry. Don't worry. So tell me, where is Nageki? I have to take him home now.
If by Nageki you mean what was left of him after the fire, then it is Mr. Kawara's liver. The cells from his body that contained the Sharon virus are now inside Mr. Kawara, parasitizing him.
Oh, is that it? I see. Thank you, Issa. Hang on just a little longer, Issa. I need to ask Nageki what he thinks we should do with you.
Mr. Nanaki comes over to me, the same soft smile on his face as when he teaches class. I just realized the reason that Ryouta was able to see Nageki, right, is because he has part of his body in him. Did Buttbag have part of his body in it? No. Oh man, I don't know. Mr. Nanaki comes over to me, the same soft smile on his face as when he teaches class.
Can you hear me, Nageki? I'm sorry I made you wait so long. I'm here now.
Sir, it's me, Kawara Ryouta from your class. Please snap out of it. I don't know what happened in the past, Nanaki, but this is not the time for such foolery. We have only a few more minutes before the humans enter the school grounds. It won't take them long to find this place.
Could you move over for a second, Shirogane? I need to talk to Kawara.
He points the gun at Sakuya. Sakuya, he's serious.
It's too noisy in here. Come on, Kawara. Let's go into that room. Just the two of us.
What are you thinking? Are you planning to lock yourself in? Open the door. Open it, I say.
Lisa said he's in your liver, didn't he? Where is the liver, I wonder? Do you know, Kawara?
Sir, Nageki would never have wanted this. He stares thoughtfully at my stomach, a knife in his hand. My body feels weak. I think I must have put too much into that fight earlier. I won't be able to resist.
Nageki. Nageki, can you hear me? I've come to save you again. Where are you? Tell me. What part of Kawara do I need to cut open to find you? Nageki. 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 Nageki.
Sir, listen to me. He moves the knife from one place to another as if making an estimation. He's going to...
Oh, I see. It's hide and seek. I'll look as hard as I can then. Just a little longer. We'll be able to go home in just a little bit, Nageki. Together.
Stop it, Hitori. The knife is stuck deep into the wall under my wing. I can hear Nageki's voice, but I can't see him. The voice is coming from inside me. Mr. Kawara, let me use your body for a bit. Okay, go ahead. Can you hear me, Hitori?
Of course. I've talked with you every night. You told me, Nageki, told me to come get you, told me to exact revenge on Issa.
No, Hitori, that was not me. I never told you to do that. Have you forgotten what I asked you to do, Hitori? The second thing.
I remember, of course I remember. So let's go home.
Listen, Hitori, I'm no longer here. I can no longer go home with you.
Who said that? Oh, I see. It was Issa, wasn't it? Only he would say something mean like that.
No, it wasn't him.
Don't worry, Nageki. I'll take care of him in a minute. Don't worry.
Hitori, I never asked for you to come for me. I never asked for you to exact revenge. Who was it?
Nageki. It was Nageki.
I died because of you. You abandoned me here. I never wanted to come here. It was you who killed me. You killed me. You killed me. You killed me. What is happening? I will not forgive Hitori.
I'm sorry, Nageki, but I know that no apology will ever fix it.
Sir, what? There is a shadow in Hitori's heart. His own shadow, pretending to be mine. Come for me, Hitori. I'm here.
I know. I don't want to be alone. I don't want you to be alone.
You will never forget me. You will live with me. You will live with your sin forever.
That's what you want, isn't it? If you want me to carry this pain, I will, Nageki. I won't ask for forgiveness. I won't.
He's crying. Tortured by his own shadow.
I'm sorry, Nageki. I'm sorry.
Hitori, I don't want you to be in pain. He's trying to destroy his feelings of guilt. He wants to be saved. If you're here, his pain will go away. Help me save him. Yes. Hitori, I was tortured by them here in this place. It was terrible. Issa and the others should die in pain. All of them should die. As long as they live, my pain will never disappear. Mr. Nanaki. Sir, you and Nageki both lost those most important to you in strife. You should know best of all people that revenge helps no one. It brings no happiness, only pain.
If I hadn't been there, Nageki would never have died. I was never there when he needed me. I'm sorry, Nageki. If I had been better, this world never would have happened. Everything would have been fine if you never met me. If I hadn't been there, you never would have felt pain.
Sir, why? The time Nageki spent with you is his greatest treasure. I know how wonderful it is to be able to be together with loved ones, too. Nageki is glad he got to be with you, sir. There's nothing to regret. Come with me, Hitori. Look at me, Hitori. Hear only my voice, Hitori. I will tear your heart to pieces, and when it heals, I will tear it again, and again, and again. That is your punishment. It will be wonderful to live with me again. Wonderful. Hitori. Please, Hitori, listen to me. The voice you hear is that of your own shadow. You've been hurting yourself all this time. Stop blaming yourself. I don't want to see you in pain.
You asked me for two things, Nageki. The first was, come save me, so I...
Listen to me, Hitori. My first wish was for you, to make my body disappear from this world. As long as I live, as long as my body remains, someone will try to use the Sharon virus. That virus must disappear, and my body with it. It will bring only sadness as long as it remains.
You asked for one other thing. You asked me to take revenge on Dr. Issa, on all those who brought you pain.
Yes, I need to grant this wish.
Yes, I need to grant this wish. I need to...
Hitori. No, Hitori, that was not my wish. Remember, Hitori, remember my final wish. It's not about whether you're doing anything or not. You're part of the family and we need you. That doesn't help. With my body like this, I can't work or go to school. That's just how it is. You're thinking too hard, Nageki. Let's go pick some millet in the yard. It's almost dinner time. A full stomach scares the bad things away, right? Oh, what a beautiful sunset. I guess it's autumn already. Are you cold, Nageki? I'm fine. Hitori. It would be easier for you without me, right?
Why do you think that?
I heard you and the others talking about it. Medicine costs a lot more than food. You're paying for it out of your own salary, right? If you had that money for yourself, you could buy better food. You wouldn't have to work so much, so you would be better off without me.
Don't say that, Nageki. I don't care about fancy food or free time. You're more important than any of that. You mean more to us than you think, Nageki. You were very young when you came here, so maybe you don't remember, but losing family is hard. I want to stay like this, watching over the people I love forever. So, listen. Maybe it looks like I'm working just for you, but it's for me too. Seeing you happy makes me happy.
Thank you, Hitori. I just wish I wasn't such a burden.
Stop that already. You've never been a burden to me. Here, have some millet. Eat well and we can sleep well too. Let's hope for good dreams, okay?
I hope we can stay with everyone like this forever. Yes. Yes. My second wish was, live, Hitori. Live and be happy.
Nageki, I can't be happy. You're gone. I can't be with you anymore.
Look at me, Hitori. I want you to live. You don't have to feel guilty for me. I couldn't tell why I was still here. At first I thought my remains, the part of me that are inside Mr. Kawara now, were keeping me here. But I don't think so now. I think I was worried that you wouldn't be able to keep going alone.
I can't, Nageki. I can't go on without you. I don't want to live without you.
We've stayed here too long, Hitori. We have to move on. Don't worry, we'll meet again, somewhere, sometime. Mr. Kawara, thank you.
Kawara, are you unhurt?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How unexpected. If it were me, your insides would have divulged themselves and their secrets long ago. Nanaki, I will not forgive this mad... Don't worry about it, Sakuya. It's already over. We need to get out. We're already out of time. Indeed. Nageki was kept frozen here, right, Doctor? Indeed, he was. The facility was sealed off, so it was hardly difficult to keep people from snooping around. I'm staying here with Buttbag. What are you saying, Kawara? Come with us at once!
I see. Kawara.
I thought you would say that. The Sharon virus has by now colonized your body quite completely. Were you to leave, any humans you encountered would suffer a painful death. What? Was this your plan all along, you conniving physician? Surely there is a way to remove the virus. Alas, that would be impossible with current medical technology. Once established in the body, it is quite tenacious. Even if we were to remove the tissues from Mr. Fujishiro, Mr. Kawara would still carry the virus. Madness! Lunacy! The same goes for Miss McButt's damaged brain. It is currently preserved inside a glass jar, but just barely. Indeed, given Labor 9's behavior and the subsequent damage she was dealt, there's no guarantee that her personality and memories are still retrievable.
With current medical technology, anyway. Shirogane, let's go outside.
Do you mean to leave Kawara here? How deep does your selfish nature run?
We'll come back for him. It's impossible now, but one day we may be able to remove the virus from his body. I think that Nageki would say the same.
Well, Mr. Shirogane, I think perhaps you would do well to respect Mr. Kawara's thoughts on the matter. I feel as if this one day has brought an entire lifetime's worth of fatigue. I just want to rest for a little while. I'm worried about Mother, Sakuya. Could you tell her I'll be back one day? Listen, Kawara, a label? No, I never go back on my word. No matter how long it takes, I will come back for you, I swear. So, promise me, please. Promise me that you'll leave this place with me alive. Right, I promise. I'll be waiting for you. A lot sure happened today, buttbag.
Does this mean we're finally getting into recap mode, Ryouta? I'm half sick from being stuck out here not even knowing what's going on.
Yeah, I guess you only got to see bits and pieces of the story.
Yeah, so will you fill me in, please?
Oh, I guess we have plenty of time for it.
I'm gonna miss eating udon, but having you here makes things at least a little bit better, right?
Where do I start? Everything that's happened, what's happening now, and everything that might happen one day. We have plenty of time to talk about it all. Oh my gosh. The end! Oh. What a fantastic game. Can I just say, this went from like, oh, what a weird, dumb dating game about birds, right? That's what like everybody kept saying, like, ugh, God, not even worth my time. And then you play it and you're like, ah, it's like super weird and quirky. It's like a weird, quirky dating sim. I love it. And then, in the end, it's like, by the way, this is a murder mystery. You're just like, what? Are you kidding me? It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. It's like best dating sim I've ever played, hands down, and it's about birds. Like, there was so much more to this game than what you thought there was going to be, and it was delightful. It was absolutely delightful. I loved it. Oh, man. Hey, it's my Yuuya earrings. What's happening? Madness! Why, if this isn't my darling little brother, salutations. You scum, you villain, explain yourself. Why are you still alive? Why? Well, for starters, I could never bring myself to leave all the ladies sad and alone. How much must you mock me before you'll be satisfied? Hello again.
Hello again!
Leon? Truth be told, Leon here gave me an antidote. I was loitering around on the border between life and death, and he pulled me back up in a miraculous revival. But he said he was going to go recover your body.
I don't recall saying I was going to recover his corpse.
Lunacy, madness, inconceivable. Give it back. Give me back the time and mental energy I spent mourning you. You mourned me. I'm flattered. Ugh!
We can't stay long, Sakazaki Yuuya. It's time to set out on our next bright and massive mission. This is your chance to regain the department's trust.
Roger that. Let's go, sexy and suave.
Coo! Okosan felt smooth. There is deliciousness nearby.
Black bean Donna.
Coo! Angel, do you have food?
What did I... the demon spores encroach again?
Coo! Stick 'em up. Okosan demands your beans or your life. So you appear, bone-white bird of bean eating. By the oath of old, join me.
They're still going at it.
Hello, Shirogane. How are you?
Why are you, of all people, pushing Iwamine's wheelchair? I would never have expected to see you two together. Taking responsibility for injuries dealt to another party by tending to them seems to be a natural enough reaction to me.
I need to apologize somehow, don't I?
If you change your mind and decide it's time to exact revenge again, I never met either of you, understand?
Come on, Shirogane, that would never happen. Probably.
how wonderful. I can feel the suspense in the air. Somehow I feel like attempting to apply ethical guidelines to either of you is completely futile. Anyway, I needed to talk to you. I have the results from the experiment the other day. There were no problems. None at all. It was perfect success.
Well, I guess that means it's time, doesn't it?
I have the date. If you can come, please do. Mr. Kawara, Miss McButts, can you hear me? Morning is almost here. Wake up, Kawara. McButts, I told you I wouldn't go back on my word. Aww. His shoe's just in the back with this giant cleaver. Like, it's no big. It's whatever. Aww. I'm smiling so big. Oh my gosh, it's over. It's over. We've done everything in this game. Oh my gosh, my heart. Goodbye, Hatoful Boyfriend. You're an amazing game, and I hope that lots of people play you. Mwah.